We all get the spam mail about soft versus hard. But when it comes to Stoppies, the difference between soft versus hard is very important. Soft forks help absorb bumps and dips, giving you a smoother look and feel, but they also sacrifice control, resulting in slower pickups. While hard forks give you a crisp feel, more control, and a faster pickup, but they're much less forgiving to dips in the pavement or a twitchy lever finger. Most riders like a stiff suspension setting, while a growing number of long Stoppie riders, like Bill D for example, likes a softer suspension setting on his competition Stoppie bike.
There's not really a right or a wrong way to set up a suspension, it's really rider preference. For long Stoppies, I choose a softer setting. Starting with a stock set of forks, like on this R6, first thing I do is drain the fluid. I prefer a 5-weight because it's thinner, and this makes the seals less likely to blow. When draining the forks, it's almost impossible to get all the fluid out. So when I refill it, I go 1 ounce under factory specs. This makes up for all the extra left in the system. If for some reason I'm not sure exactly how much fluid to put in my forks, I measure exactly how much I take out, and that's how much I put back in. When making adjustments to my forks, I start with a compression screw. I turn it all the way to the soft position, and I back it off with 1 click. By softening this setting, the suspension will dive more when you apply the brakes. This in turn will help you hook to the pavement better. Now that the compression is set, we turn our attention to the rebound setting, which is usually located at the bottom of the fork. Turn it all the way to the hard position and back it off 1 click. I like setting the rebound to a hard position because it helps eliminate the spring back action, which often makes a lot of riders look and feel like they're riding a pogo stick. Finally, I adjust the preload. Preload is the stiffness of the suspension, and it affects the travel depending on the weight of the rider. The first thing I want to do is determine how far my forks are traveling, and to do that, I use a zip tie trick. I put a zip tie on the fork close to the dust seal. Then I take the bike out for a ride. I get it up to about 5 miles an hour, and I jam the brakes a few times. I repeat this step a few times before I bring the bike back into the shop. The travel in the suspension pushes the zip tie close to the bottom of the fork. I'm looking for it to be about a 1/2 inch away. If it's not, I'll adjust the preload accordingly, and I'll go repeat the test. Now, after years of being one of the top Stoppie riders, I've found this setting to be the best for me. But the moral of the story is, it's all about the rider and what they want to get out of their bike.